The TabaModel for Curriculum Development by Alicia Farrell for Curriculum 8210, Curriculum Development and Design. Hilda Taba, one of the most prominent curricularists in American education, helped emphasize the importance of cognitive skills and critical thinking. Taba was strongly influenced by John Dewey and Ralph Tyler. You see emphasis on Ralph Tyler's seven-step rationale throughout her seven-step process, and she was also a student of John Dewey's who strongly influenced her thoughts and her perspective on education. Taba worked to promote not only democratic beliefs, but also individual self-representation and a multicultural tolerance curriculum. She was very adamant that all students should be accepted. Although she was a native of Estonia to begin with, Taba brought her expertise to the United States, mostly because she craved the freedom and flexibility that American education provided. She strongly believed that socialization and learning were nonlinear processes, and that the bottom to top backwards approach was the best design approach for curriculum development. Since Taba worked and studied during the Great Depression, she recognized the need for critical thinking, thinking outside the box. She also knew the importance of inductive reasoning and using varied teaching styles to promote different types of learning. Therefore, Taba developed a curriculum framework in which the teacher is the principal curriculum developer, in which they utilize an inductive approach. This means the teachers start with specifics, what exactly it is they want, and build up to a general design, which would be your concept of your unit plans. They start with specific skills they want students to achieve and move toward a general unit plan, and obviously develop singular lessons in between those two steps. Now, the Taba model is based on three major assumptions of learning. One, that thinking can be taught. Also, that thinking is an active transaction between the individual and the data. And also, that the processes of thought evolve by a sequence that is lawful. Now, utilizing these three assumptions and her strong influence of Ralph Tyler's seven-step rationale, Taba developed a seven-step model. The seven steps include, first off, diagnosing the learner needs and expectations. What do students need to know? What is expected of students? Next, teachers must formulate learning objectives. What are their goals? What will students learn? Next, they must select the content. So, for example, what text will you use to teach analytical reading skills? Next, you have to determine how we organize that content. In some subjects, content tends to be organized thematically or linearly, if you think about a history class. Then a teacher must select the learning experiences. Now, because the teacher is more of a mediator in the TABA model and the TABA approach to curriculum, then you will notice that a lot of these learning experiences will be student-driven, student-centered. Teachers will then organize those learning experiences, and then lastly, determine what and how to evaluate student learning. Now, the TABA model exhibits several strengths. For one, teachers have a very strong role in curriculum development. This is considered one of the grassroots approaches to curriculum development because teachers are very involved in the process. Also, student needs are addressed. That is a known fact because of the very first step of our model, which says what are student needs or what do students need to learn. Next, there's a plan for learning, which is apparent. It helps to automatically build in that concept of making a plan for learning, whether those are lesson plans or unit plans. The objectives that are promoted in the TABA model give not only the teachers, but also the students a sense of purpose. And it's commonly used in today's school. Many teachers still utilize this model, and it is something that many schools promote and expect their teachers to do.